Welcome to Subramani. One question to ask is, what habits of yours changed during this pandemic? What is a habit? A habit is something which your body automates. For example, climbing the steps is not a brain activity, it's a medulla oblongata activity, right? It is, you do not require your brains to climb stairs, because it says put one step in front, then put the next step, and that's all. It's as simple as that. That is exactly the reason why any risk manager will tell you, when you're climbing the stairs, hold the railing. This is not because you're old, it is because if you slip or if you miss a step for whatever reasons, if you've counted the number of steps wrong, or you're thinking of something, or you have a phone call and you fall, falling doesn't hurt so much, but when you reach out your hand trying to hold something so that you do not fall, that can be hurtful. Second, if you hit your face on the ground, that can be very painful, right? It can cause a damage for a few months, right? You could require a jaw repair, you could have hurt your eyes, you could have done anything like that. So that is what is the role of habit. You just do it. So now, to make it making investing a habit used to be very difficult till we had something called a recurring deposit. So a bank recurring deposit said, whenever you got your salary, a portion of that money would go into a fixed deposit, which was like making a fixed deposit every month. That is a recurring deposit. Now similarly, we introduced a concept called SIP, systematic investment planning, and therefore you earned a salary, and on the 1st of the month or 7th of the month, whenever a big chunk of money, maybe 1 lakh or 75,000 or something, went into your equity and other SIPs, right? Now, when the pandemic happened, one important thing would have happened is, maybe you took a cut in salary, maybe you took a 40% cut or a 40% cut, which meant your SIPs went for a toss. You said, okay, let me first stop the SIPs, because I can't afford the SIPs, not because I think the market is bad or anything, but I can't afford the SIPs. So you stop the SIPs. Now similarly, there would be a lot of behavior in you where you would have made changes because of the pandemic. For example, you were not going to the gym, so you had an extra 1 hour in the morning. Maybe you went for a walk, maybe you went for a run, or maybe you did nothing. Maybe you felt too bored to be able to do it, so you did nothing. So whatever. So one habit changed. Similarly, a lot of habits would have changed, right? So your investing habits would have changed. When your investing habits change, it causes stress, because somewhere you feel that, oh my God, I should be investing more. I am not investing. My goals won't be met. I will not be able to retire, or whatever. All those fears make you far more mentally tired than what you actually are, right? So that is one thing which is going to happen because of being mentally tired, and that is because of the pandemic. Then from there you go to bad behavior. What is bad behavior? You start getting addicted to YouTube channels or some channels, and you start watching television, and that could take away 4 or 5 hours of your time, which was actually spent in commuting with friends, and maybe you had a carpool where you were sitting and talking. You went to the office and you chatted up, some function would happen, some event would happen, it would be somebody's birthday, somebody's wedding, something like that. All that is gone. So that money or that time is now being spent on watching television channels which you didn't even know existed, right? So you have got rid of some good habits like going to the gym, and you've developed some new bad habits like watching some nonsense, which you do. After some time you realize, oh God, you've spent 3 hours doing that or 2 hours doing that. And the worst thing is, you can do this during a meeting, and you see people doing this during a meeting, right? So these are the worries. Have you got rid of good habits, and have you got bad habits? If you've got bad habits, you will need to do something to change. Third, can you convert some of those bad habits or good habits into an opportunity? For example, if you're walking a lot, if you're at home and you're locked up, but your house is reasonable sized and you can walk, try walking in all directions, in the sense that try walking sideways, try walking back, try walking in front. It exercises different legs, different muscles in your legs. So that could be helpful. So try to change some of those things into an opportunity rather than saying, oh my god, now what do I do, I'm stuck here, right? We are all stuck, we have no choice. If you have a big house and you are alone, or just you and your spouse, then it's great. But if it's a house which you're sharing with maybe your parents, your children and all of them, and it's a small house, there is a problem, because each person will have to decide how to take the call. Should you go out and take the call? Maybe do it in your building, but you realize that many people in your building had similar ideas and they've all come down, so then you have to be dressed appropriately, right? So check out on all that, what you can do, what bad habits have you formed, what good habits can be formed, what is the opportunity that can be found in the bad habits which are likely to get formed, and or how to put a limit, saying I will stay out of social media beyond 5 o'clock in the evening, or I will get into social media only at 5, I will get out at 7. Anything, I mean, you decide what rules to make, etc. Understand that the habits are a way of the brain using a shortcut. So when there are no shortcuts, the brain gets tired. So if you are feeling tired, it's because some of your routine has been upset. Maybe you got up at 6 o'clock, at 7:30 you had breakfast, and 8:30 you left for office, or 8 o'clock you left for office. Now everything is changed, you're getting up at 8, you're having breakfast at 11, and then you're deciding whether to have lunch, and in the meanwhile you had a few calls. So just check out what you can do, check out what you were doing, how were you benefiting, what were the habits. Similarly, check out what were the investing habits. Yes, you were doing an SIP. Now you can't do an SIP because your commitment can't be that much. However, every month or 2 months, the company gives you a lump sum with which you don't really have to do anything. So that can be invested. So from a regular SIP investor, you have gone to an investor who invests whenever you have money. Anything and everything works as long as you keep investing for your future goals. So check out all that, check out what were the good habits, check out what are the good habits which have been lost because of the pandemic, see how much are the good habits that you can create now in the pandemic, and then see how to use it. That's exactly what you can do. You can't do anything else, right? Thank you.